think this is going to become a new thing. I'm just going to pop up from the side with whatever kind of gimmick I'm doing. I'm going full anime protagonist for this, you guys. Go full anime protagonist when you're playing a game with a bunch of anime girls. Yeah, I got a lot of cosplay wigs. Only problem is this one's a little warm. Yeah. Yeah, when you're playing with a anime game, you gotta go full anime protagonist. Just, stare out the window, not pay attention in class. That's how you get all the hot girls, right? Yes, he's a wig. I gotta turn on the fan, it's warm in here. I can't even see the thing. The fan was right over the side where everything's covered, so I literally could not see anything to try and turn on that fan. Also, Ryan, you might recognize this one, actually. Don't let it be a thing. Yeah, Ryan, you would definitely recognize this wig. It was what I used for Torchwick. I still have the top hat downstairs as well as the rest of the costume. Only problem is I'm just like chewing this thing. Also, for those that are hanging out, let's see, is it in there? It is in there. Okay, so I got my package from Kate today. So I have runes, and there's now an alert, or not an alert, a redeem, where if somebody has, a little bit of curiosity with how to do any rune readings, which I actually have almost no idea on how to do it. I have like the very faintest understanding of the process. I can attempt to do a quick rune reading for you if you have a question. But, I can just sit here and talk for a little bit while I try and get this set up. So I need to get the game captured. What? Sorry, smacked the microphone. My bad. This thing gets a little itchy when it keeps rubbing against the face. I gotta do a couple things really quickly here just so I can see chat easier for this game. Bump up the opacity so that way I can see chat, because the game itself is not in like a full window. It's just only in little window capture, so I'm going to have to try and tinker with this just a little bit. Let me see if I can... how would I do something like this? No, I don't think that'd work. You've been murdered? How did you manage that? Please elaborate. I'm interested. Oh, did you get attacked? Did somebody throw you out? Oh, I gotta figure out how to get this in here. What's up, bro Ace? What the fuck is that? This is one of my cosplay wigs, man. This is one of the things that I do as a hobby. In fact, this hobby is actually how I met Feisty. And I have to turn this way and I can't see the wig so I can comb through it and adjust it a little bit, but I've gone full anime protagonist for the night. For the rest of the cosplay? In boxes, mostly. Because I don't think I'd be able to wear most of that on stream. I could, but I don't know if it would fit all that well anymore. It's been a few years since I've worn this full costume. I don't think it would fit too well. Like it's I wore that costume about 30 pounds ago. So it's been a little while. Get off of my nose. Dang it, Wig. Help me out here. I'm just trying to find this capture. Nope, wrong button. This is going to be very interesting because I can only see, like, so much of this. That's kind of peculiar. Let's see. I don't actually need this one, so I can actually get rid of that. Sorry if that was kind of loud. Let's see. You just noticed the game? Yeah. It's gonna be an interesting time. Yeah. Definitely gonna be an interesting time. I probably should have done a little bit of this prep just a little bit ahead of time. But, let's see. Oh, it does capture it in full screen. That's nice. Death, destruction, love, and care. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this game is gonna be all kinds of yeah. Let's see. I just gotta move this because I want to. Since this is a light novel game, I want to have it so that way I can see all of the see everything that's going on, and that way you guys can read all the chat and everything. Yeah, no spoilers on this one if you're aware of anything. I have a little bit of inside information on it just because I played I played the game, but I watched a couple of playthroughs like when this came out back in like 2017. So I have an idea on a few things, but I don't know what happens to get there or get around any of that, so we're gonna find out. Let's see. Okay, I got to transition that over. And then once that transition's over, I then have to copy in. Copy in one of the game captures. Yeah, for stream avatars. I got to throw that in there for you guys. All right, so we got the stream avatars going in there. No, it's not a hentai game. If it was a hentai game, I would not be playing it on stream. But let's see. That should have everything in there. I got alert box, bit alerts. Is there anything I'm missing? Bit alert, stream avatars, emote wall. No, that should be everything. That should be everything. Okay. Okie dokie, okie dokie, okie dokie. If there's anything that ends up being missing, do let me know because I probably will not be aware of it. But first thing, I'm just going to test really quickly just to make sure that this works. And there's the problem. I got that above everything else. Doki Doki capture has to go down here. There we go. That fixed it. Okay. So, this is Doki Doki Literature Club. For those who don't know, this game does come with a little bit of a warning. If you have anxiety or depression, I highly recommend just potentially skipping this stream. Things are going to go wrong. Things are going to go bad. So if you are either squeamish or if you are currently not in a good headspace, I do recommend just taking a night off, and I will catch up with you guys next stream. But for those of you that are willing to hang out, what about a stomach ache? Maybe. If you got a weak stomach, maybe. But if you got a strong enough stomach, you could probably hang out and tough it out. Yeah, individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a good experience with this game. It does have a content warning. I do know, like, I will say, there is gore to an extent, and there are themes that are very depressing. So, just kind of keep that in mind. Not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. I'm just going to check out this, see if we can get the speed going. Okay. How's the volume for you guys? Is that a little bit loud or is it okay? Lower it a bit? Can do. How's about that? Music's a little loud. Alright, so we'll reduce that to like background sound. Alright. Let's have some fun. Should we go with shirtless or should we just go with Dan? What do you guys think? Shirtless or Dan? For our name for this. Danless? Danless shirt. But I mean, honestly, I'm kind of leaning more towards Dan for this. So I think for this, we're probably just gonna go with Dan, honestly. I'm kind of digging this track. I'm gonna try and keep up with voices, but I don't know how easily it's gonna work for me, so let's find out. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and a good friend since we were children. You know, that kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up with me. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Dan. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Hee. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Dan, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did, in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content with just getting by on average while spending my free time on games and anime. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Is this game real life? Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me weep worrying about you. Keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I promise that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I knew it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know... Know what? Well, then you can come to my club. Sayori... Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Oh, come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would be bringing in a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yeah, let's go! And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Dan, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name apparently is Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri appears comparably more mature and timid. Seems to have a hard time keeping up with the people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. It sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Dan. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So, having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come, sit down, Dan. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Wah! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. It's so cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around with my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. Huh? I thought you technically did. Hey, bunny. Yeah, going full anime protagonist. This is the only color wig that I have that actually gives me like a full anime protagonist look. What do you think? Uh-oh. Does that mean a battle royale? Well, maybe I did make them for you. How annoying are the bangs? Absolutely annoying. They're so frustrating. I literally cannot see. Like, if I cover this eye, I can't see anything. And also, keeps getting in my mouth and on my nose and everything, so I keep having to pull it off to the side. But the more I do that, the more I feel like I got like a Karen haircut. So I'm trying to avoid doing that as much as I can and just keep it kind of half covering my face. How's your day been? Yeah. Looks vaguely reminiscent of my hair, late teens to early 20s. I can see it. Yeah, definitely. It's like really short sides. Actually, I'll give you guys a quick little look real quick before I forget about it again. Yeah, short sides and back. Short sides and back. And really long bangs. I could just kind of pull it back like this and just kind of give it that little bit of suave look, or then I could just let it fall and just become, you know, generic anime protagonist. And again, late 20s. I feel it. I mean, I think it looks good on you, honestly. Like, it's definitely a good style on you. Only problem is, again, like you said, you know, the bangs can be really annoying if they get in your face. Oh, by the way, before I forget, mentioning it again, I got my package from Kate, so I have runes in case anybody ever wants to have a rune reading. Not necessarily the greatest at it, and probably, comes with a disclaimer that basically says, don't trust a word that I say and do everything to what you think needs to be done. But it can be kind of fun, just like horoscopes. But not, for you, dummy. Need a bobby pin? Yes, definitely. But this kind of works for the anime protagonist look for right now. But I could probably do it, like if I were to continue with this on Friday, if I don't finish it tonight, I could probably just pull it straight up and back like this and just kind of leave it. I kind of dig this look, actually. Just got to make sure to pin it right here so that way it holds all the way back, and it actually kind of looks like a nice little pompadour there, but it is very bright orange. Baka. Well, alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe in you. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Never did full orange, pink, purple, every shade of red under the sun, some orange. Yeah, I kind of dig the way that this orange looks. In fact, this was one of the things that I used for an old cosplay. Ryan would definitely recognize it. I did Roman Torchwick from the Ruby series, but I only was able to do it at a convention where I was able to not have most of my clothes on because it was in the middle of summer. And it was also a themed group, and it was Las Vegas, and all of the guys were Chippendale versions of the characters, so I had to make a pair of tearaway pants and whatnot. That was kind of a fun project, though. I still have them. Don't know if they still fit. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. So I gotta find my comb. So I gotta comb this out a little bit in front of my face. Just try them on and find out? Yeah. I think I still have them downstairs in the basement. I think I know which box they're in, too. Yeah, so if anybody were to, redeem for, stroking the beard, I could even stroke the wig now, too. Yeah, I think I'll try them on after stream and just let you know how they fit. Since you asked. There we go, that's a little bit better. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged by Sayori. Bangs and beard is definitely a look. Yeah, especially when they're two very, very different colors like this. I was even thinking of putting on my, what do you call it? My wig for, what's his name? The wolf, Nick Wilde. And that would have been just, bright red. In fact, if I had, some color for the beard, I'd probably color the beard, too. Sayori seems... I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Wizard Goose? I dig the Wizard Goose. Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing in the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Magic honk? You could do a magic honk. You know, just redeem a honk. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't many more people in the club yet. Can't look at the avatar without seeing a thong anymore, Dan? What do you mean? The avatar out without seeing a thong anymore. Which one? Are you talking the one that I'm wearing? Oh, on mine? I don't know how? I mean, I can see it. I can definitely see it. But I think he's gonna stay that way for right now. But it must be hard to start a new club, don't you agree? You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that they're both fun and worthwhile. But that makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Look at yours. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that is definitely just them long legs. I can definitely see it on yours, Bunny. Someone ruined it for me. You cannot see it. Cannot unsee it. Oh, what has been seen cannot be unseen. Yikes. But at the same time, that's actually kind of cool. If it matches the color, like especially with the orange to the orange, that works really well. I dig it. But such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. Thong and a top hat? I mean, that pretty much describes my cosplay from before. So, Dan, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? Okay, guys, seriously, how does this game know me so damn well? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Hey, now you're getting a little too personal. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? I mean, probably. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Oh no. I read a great horror book once. I desperately grasp for something I can relate at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you? I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, even if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind at the last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! And give that back! Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hand on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not very confident writer yet, huh? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have any writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Oh, I wanted to read everybody's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay. I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with one another. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Dan? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. I'm actually going to do something really quickly here. I'm just going to move this up over here, and I kind of want to see the avatars on chat, or on my screen, so I'm going to slide things around just a little bit so that way I can see everybody's things. That looks a little bit better. Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Huh? What's that? Now that we're back on the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join the club. The Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry. I thought... Dan... You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls? Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then, that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club. Thanks, I guess? Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Dan, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Dan, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? Oh, that's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls, Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I will have the chance to grow closer with each of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Oh, brother. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Oh, cool. Oh. I think I want to go with games on this one. Ooh. Wrath, precious, tears, dark, incapable, sensation, entropy. Unstable, ocean, kiss. Ooh. If you guys have any input on any of the words that you see on screen, just, feel free to shout them out. Odds are, whatever you guys will throw into the chat, I might actually just put on here. I don't really have any end goal in mind for any of this, but could be kind of fun. Let's see. Wrath it is. Ooh, parfait, eternity, summer, unrequited, sweet, wonderful, whirlwind, hop, fun, judgment. Ooh, unrequited could be kind of interesting. That might bring some Sayori. So I kind of want to do with that one. Yep, I knew it, Sayori. After image, misery, bunny, scars, party, skirt, color, melancholy, anger, music. I mean, we kind of have to go with bunny, don't we? Yeah, we pretty much have to. Oh, and that got Natsuki too. Cool. Scars? Sorry. Always knew Dan was the scene kid. I had to go with bunny. Also, I'm curious, what's the latency on this one? Like, how long is it actually taking? I'm actually going to start kind of counting really quickly. If somebody wants to post as I start counting, like when I just say 1. Yeah, we gotta go with Massacre. Danriguez? Getting 9 seconds of latency. I also have another stream going. That's fair. I'm actually curious on, because like I've got, I'm broadcasting at about 3,100 kilobits a second. Doesn't really seem to be taking a lot of resources. Also, what's up, sausage? Let's go with Massacre. Massacre sounds fun. Wasn't paying attention? No worries. I'm just kind of like buzzing back and forth on a couple of different things right now. Ooh, intellectual, disoriented, heartbeat, landscape, heart, unrestrained, frightening, peace, skipping, kawaii. Ooh. Yeah, Royce, I'm actually really surprised that you stayed up this late to hang out, but dude, get yourself a good night's rest. And I do hope that more sleep finds you as time goes by, because insomnia sucks. Being awake sucks. Sleep is where it's at. Yeah, man, you go take care of yourself and you get a good night's rest, okay? Yeah, should we force Sausage to hug Ruiz? Yeah, good night, Ruiz. You take care of yourself, man. Goose night. Let's see. I kind of want to go with Heart and just see what that does. Oh, get Sayori. I know you would never unfollow Sausage. You'd miss it too much. Oh, Crimson Special, Daydream, Secretive, Fester, Comfort, Vitality, Chocolate, Adventure, and Bliss. I mean, I like chocolate. I really like chocolate. I think I'm gonna go with chocolate. Oh, that gets more Natsuki, which is kind of cool. Okay, Sadness, Vanilla, Nightgown, Memories, Rain Cloud, Bed, Feather, Cry, Extreme, and Shame. I think out of all of those, probably my favorite thing is beds. Like, I just like having bed and sleep, and we were just talking about sleep, so I think we kind of got to go with that theme. Just IRL friends you knew for 10 years without problems. Want to bet I will unfollow? What are we betting? On an unrelated note, you may notice that you now have access to a new channel on your Discord. Ooh, you got a new channel on your Discord, George? Ooh. I have to check that out. Let's see. Hopeless, Variance, Peaceful, Journey, Papa, Despise, Play, Pleasure, Tragedy, and Misfortune. I kind of like the Pleasure. Pleasure seems probably the best out of all of those. Oh. That gets the intellectual one. That's cool. Contamination, Dazzle, Meager, Cheer, Disown, Clouds, Essence, Uncanny, Friends, and Happiness. Nobody had access to it yet? Ooh. Ooh, fancy. Let's see. I kind of want to go Friends. Alright. Sing, Loud, Prayer, Cute, Sticky, Promise, Breathe, Fantasy, Empty, and Question. I mean, if it was me choosing, I kind of gotta go with Fantasy. But then again, you know, I kind of like this character. Like, Sayori and Natsuki are kind of cool, but I really think that Yuri is probably my favorite one so far. Fantasy? Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Like, it just feels like it's gotta be Fantasy. Oh, and Fantasy gets you Natsuki? Oh, I would have thought that would have been for Yuri. Philosophy, Rose, Vertigo, yikes. Ugh. Was looking for something like that when you joined? Occurs that you can stroke your bangs to beard in one motion? Yep. Yeah, I was really surprised that was Natsuki, especially because Yuri was talking about, you know, being able to escape the world and going into, like, fantasy books. But yeah, buddy, I can do the whole stroke redeem, bangs all the way to beard in one motion. This amuses me. Laugh, Death, Bouncy, Cheeks, Charm, Mouse, Vertigo, Portrait, Rose, and Philosophy. Natsuki also likes her manga. That is true. I forgot about that. You're right, Brett. Also, this is really weird that, like, I'm stroking the beard underneath the hair. But I forgot that Natsuki likes her manga. Good catch. The rules exist for a reason. Yep. Yeah, so remember, keep it like PG-13, basically. Let's see. Philosophy? I kind of like philosophy. Oh, philosophy got Yuri. Nice. Embrace, together, grief, excitement, puppy, imagination, twirl, incongruent, vibrant, and lollipop. Sausage follows rules? To a degree. Let's see. Incongruent? No. No. I like puppy. Ooh. Family. Infinite, waterfall, existence, flower, love, melody, flying, disarray, and beauty. Just giving a reminder since, you know, the closest you're getting to. Yep. Yep. Ooh. Let's see, what do we want to do for this one? Infinite seems interesting. I don't know. No, people say what should be locked in. Sure. Existence? Yeah, we'll probably go with existence. That got Yuri. Nice. Analysis, whistle, cage, vacation, pain, dance, time, passion, jumpy, and shiny. Ooh. I'm kind of curious to see what happens with pain. Pain might get us Yuri. Redeem RAR? I don't have a RAR. What? Pain gave us Sayuri. Wow. Did not expect that. Redeem Ubu. One of these days you're going to be surprised when I actually have something like that. I'm just going to go, wait, what? Needs the book and EMF. She loves books. Horror. Yeah, definitely horror. Hurt. Sunset, fireflies, agonizing, fear, anime, climax, explode, heaven sent, and forgive. There's part of me that's just like, we probably could go for climax and just see what happens. I don't know. I'm debating between climax, anime, and fear. That's where I'm going between. I'm between these three. George thinks fear, but at the same time, I think it's just kind of fun to throw in, you know, the climax thing. Sausage, I'm sorry. Can't have that. Because, you know, I never meant to brag. Climax? I'm leaning towards climax. Anybody else object? Because, like, I really kind of like wanting to go for climax. Phrasing. Also, I'm really digging this track. This is nice. Yeah, we'll go for climax. Climax. God, Yuri. Atone, bubbles, sugar, fluffy, treasure, marshmallow, warm, determination, ribbon, and milk. Yeah, it's got a good track. I really am digging this. Maybe determination? Like, determination just sounds kind of fun. Bunny doing another Battle Royale. Yeah. You got that Hayley Williams hairstyle. We need Paramore. No Paramore now, because that's, you know, kind of copyrighted track, and I don't think I can do that. But let's go with determination. Oh, nice. Determination got us Yuri. Romance, vivid, smile, poof, Clumsy, Defeat, Strawberry, Graveyard, Pout, and Joy. I'm just going to go for Strawberry because I find it that's probably to me the most ironic one because I can't have Strawberry. Ooh. Suicide, Nibble, Starscape, Giggle, Socks, Electricity. Ooh. Who's going to get the health? Bunny's getting the health. Ooh. I got a feeling Bunny might take this one. Oh boy. There goes George. Oh, there's a chance Sausage might come back for this one. Grim is gone. And so is Sausage. Bunny takes the win. I kind of want to go with Starscape. Now, way to go, Bunny. Bunny's just kicking butt. Oh, man. Boop. Boop. I don't know. What do you guys think? Boop. Boop. Starscape. Boop or Starscape? Boop or Starscape? What you guys think? Boop or Starscape? Bunny, you hardly ever win. I gotta actually start keeping track of those. Like, I might run one, like I might do it as, like, one every hour, just like how you were doing before, and actually set it up as, like, a scripted thing. If you guys would be fine with that, and just, like, run one battle royale every hour and keep track of who wins the most battle royales. Starscape is most likely to get Yuri? Probably. Let's see, right now we've got Bunny voting Boop. George is either Boop or Starscape. Which one do you want to go with as your vote? Might be better than relying on my Swiss cheese brain to remember. I mean, I have stuff that I still keep meaning to do. Like, I still want to send Grim the track that I use for my intro and outro. I keep forgetting about that. George is Starscape. Bunny is Boop. Okay, we're gonna need another vote. Anybody else voting? Yeah, I still have the track, so I can even just, like, drag and drop the track and send it to you. I just have to remember to do it. Ryan votes Starscape. Grim votes Rainbow. Alright, so we got 2 for Starscape, 1 for Boop, and 1 for Rainbow. And Smutney doing the RAR. So we're probably going to go Starscape. Oh, Starscape got Yuri. Nice. Now let's see what happens now. Hi again, Dan. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. No RAR XD nuzzles. Can I RAR? No, I refuse to RAR. Kind of brings back bad memories. Not really anything that I did, but just like it reminds me of an ex, so I don't RAR. Thanks for keeping your promise, Dan. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. George going for a lurk? Gotcha, man. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayuri told me he didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the clubroom. Natsuki finds herself stuck between Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Dan always gives me his best as long as he's having fun. Wait. I read that a little bit wrong. He helps me with busy work without even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayuri, That's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Dan can become good friends too. Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Oh, wait, Sayori? Huh? For me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. Why do we call you Sausage? I don't know. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I wouldn't make a big deal. I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. All right. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Dan? Dan? Let's see. Which direction do I gotta go for this? Let's see. That way, right? Why am I playing this trash? It's been on my list to play for a couple of years now, and I just really wanted to kind of, go through some of the games that I have in my old catalog and just kind of clear out some of the stuff that I have unplayed. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Can I dab? I did. You missed it. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. I like this track. This is nice. Crap! I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. BRB, you got it, bunny. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason, though. Just curious. How come you have two copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I just happened to buy two of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious. here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear that. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Oh, is that so? What's it about, anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister, but as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison, and while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere. Foreshadowing? Little bit of foreshadowing, probably? I don't know. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Dan? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, it's not just because of someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. And suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, you're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange, and please stop me if I start talking too much. Oh, that's... I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? I mean, if you want. It's all up to you, Sausage. You don't have to. What were you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. I'm just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. You probably just forget. Yeah, probably. I understand. I can see that happening. Happens to me a lot, too. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Oh, all right. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. I've been there. Been there way too much. It's not particularly a bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Called name origin story to make a different thing each time? I could, but that's actually kind of tough for me to really do on the fly like that. Like I've done a couple of different name origin stories, but I don't really like, making up new stories for how I chose the screen name and things like that. But I like the idea. I don't know if I would do it though, unfortunately. Like I'd just get too flustered and just blank. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. It was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here. This should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. Ah, I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Ah, I do the same with my right arm, on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Huh? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Ah, that's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, it is really upbeat. I'm really liking it so far. I can only, worry about this stuff. Have I ever played it? Played it? No. Do I know what it's about? Yes. Have I watched other people play some of it? Yes. Do I know what triggers any specific things or anything that might happen? Not a clue. Do I know how long it'll take me to play through it? Probably. I might be able to finish it on Friday. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? I mean, it's a graphic novel, or not a graphic novel, yeah, like a graphic novel kind of game. It's kind of like that Colonel Sanders game that Feisty played a long while back. How does she... Oh, I guess she's more of a blunt in that way. But she also second-guesses all the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into her head or anything, but we're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But Dan, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. It's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. I'm sorry, I didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I meant more of that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? Bah? Why bah? Why bah? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not... It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up, I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? Oh, I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags, and I do the same as well. Who should I show it to first? Should I just go straight to Yuri? I mean, if I go straight to Yuri, that's pretty much who we ended up writing, like, choosing all of those words for. Or should we try and go for, like, something with Monica? Or Sayori? Because, like, Natsuki's kind of eh. I don't really have a ton of interest in Natsuki. But, like, Yuri, Sayori, and Monica are probably the three that I would go towards. But should we just go straight to Yuri? What do you guys think? Go for Yuri? I mean, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Just because it seems like that's kind of what you would want to go for. It's like we pretty much wrote it for Yuri, so I might as well just go right to her. By the way, as I'm taking a quick look at the audio levels, is my voice still doing okay in comparison to the game audio? Or should I say the soundtrack? Because if not, I can mess with it a little bit in the settings, I believe. But we're going to go for Yuri. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion, to be fair. Let me get the mouse out of the way. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. Huh? What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's gonna hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Huh? That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So... You know, I'm actually going to turn this down a little bit more. It's like I'm just noticing, like, my levels are a little bit louder, or a little bit quieter than I would have hoped them to be. So... what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicate you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Oh, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter and then form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it is as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes down to practice, and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives their valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How so? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. That's fine. No worries. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, or me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if this is a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ooh. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the sun of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Ooh. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But you took a long time to read. Ah. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Huh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. No, not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since this is our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Dan. Really? I must have totally missed the point. No, it was definitely about the forward progress of time and how things march on and the wave of the future progressing and replacing the things of the past with, like a feeling of nostalgia that is being slowly replaced as time goes on. That's just my interpretation, though. I'm probably wrong. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Huh? It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I probably could have learned a few things from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Dan. Me too. Okay, who next? Should we just go right to Monica? Just take it right to the president and completely skip over Natsuki and Sayori? What do you guys think? I'm inclined to wanting to go home. Ooh, you home from work? Oh, welcome back, Ember. To be honest, you haven't really missed a ton. This one's kind of a slow build. Trying to determine who we should show our poem to next. I'm kind of inclined to go towards Monica, but we also have Natsuki and Sayori to choose from. I don't know, I think I want to go with Monica and just see what she's up to, because we got a good feeling of Natsuki's personality. We definitely know that she's a tsundere. We definitely know that Sayori is the best friend, like the childhood friend. Monica is the overachiever, and Yuri is definitely like the loner, but I don't really know much about like normally with like all the different dairies, you definitely would have like the Ku dairy, the yandere, which, you know, definitely gonna be somebody around here somewhere. I don't know sure which one. Use the blades all the time. They are so cute. Heads up. This is gonna take a very wide, like out of left field, scary turn. Like, we're gonna go from, like, happy and jumpy to all of a sudden just, like, horror film, I guess. Let's go with Monica. Let's see what's up with Monica. Hi, Dan. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever want to suggest anything for the club, like new activities or things that we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. It's much better off just going with the flow and I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? That works too? Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Dan. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know, but that's sort of a barrier that we'll have to learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Dan. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It was really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes things simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. How you going, Amy? Not knowing shit about manga and anime and all that stuff, if I recall correctly, how it was explained to me, I think you have a yandere in chat. That might be sausage? I don't know. Well, I don't know. Sausage might be more like a tsundere. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meanings out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really ask, though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Oh yes, very tight. You like the bangs? Yeah. I like this wig. Wore it for a cosplay, and I might actually just pop it up like this. The more I do this, the more and more I'm just like, I kind of dig this look. So I might have that for Friday. You just imagine someone discovering the channel for the first time and seeing this? Oh yeah. Oh, that would be absolutely ridiculous. I would love to see some of that happen. Just like, hey, what the hell's up with this guy? Why is his name shirtless? He's wearing a shirt and he's got this really weird wig on. What the hell's going on? Don't worry about that. Do your own thing. Can do. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. And that's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the key kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. They might not know it's a wig. Oh, that would be ridiculous. Like, you get to the end of the stream, it's like, okay, guys, that's great. You just pull it off. What the hell? What the hell happened there? I was led astray. They lied. Also, kind of with this wig, it's kind of giving me, like, do you guys remember the movie Little Nicky with Adam Sandler? Like, if I had, like, a black version of this, you know, I really could just walk around at a convention, just, you know, be like Little Nicky, you know, get a little bit of, you know, like a, not really so much a speech, well, not a slur in my words, but like a speech impediment. And I could just, you know, go around with a bucket of chicken. And don't forget, you didn't match the eyebrows. Yeah, I mean, I can try. The problem with that is, trying to match the color is a little bit of a pain. Especially because, you know, this is how it looks in bright light. Rit dye? Oh god. My eyebrows would hate me. But don't forget, don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, That's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes? A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything, a hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Wig dyeing such a pain? Oh, hell yes it is. It sucks. That's why it's better to just, like, get an actual, like, close to the color that you want wig. That hole seems quite glorious. Anime style game where it talks about a hole in a wall. Okay then. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Brittany wouldn't let me try on her wigs. Yeah, this one here was like $50. And this is like a basic wig. Wigs are pricey. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. And that's my advice for the day. Thanks for listening. Cool. Okay, should we save Sayori for last? I kind of want to save Sayori for last. Good wigs aren't cheap? No, they are not. I've gotten a very cheap wig for like $10. I've gotten a decent wig, the one that you guys have seen me use for my Nick Wilde cosplay. That cost me like $25, and it's like cherry red. As long as it's not a crack in the wall, we're gonna be okay. Yep, definitely. Don't want to mess with those Doctor Who, the crock in the fabric of reality bullshit. I don't have any of those around here, do I? No, I'm good. I just got some little pinholes, so I'm good. So I'm worried that if we just go with Natsuki, then we'll not get to show it to Sayori. Because like I'm worried that it'll only allow me to do 3 instead of 4. I don't know. I'm tempted, but I'm hesitant at the same time. Oh, what do you guys think? Should we go with Sayori? Just to get the childhood friend angle as opposed to the tsundere? Yeah, I'm kind of like iffy about Natsuki. Like the only one that I'm really interested in would be Yuri's story. I don't really know what to expect out of it, but that's kind of the one that I'm most intrigued by. So, yeah, maybe we should just go for Sayori. And just kind of skip over Natsuki, but Natsuki did make us cupcakes. But we also know Sayori for a long time, so she might forgive us if we skip over her. But then again, she did also invite us to the club. She's the reason we're here. Damn it, we're going with Sayori. This is a good poem, Dan. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it's impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm just really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's just like I said before, Dan. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not really sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. This is really, like, telling of Sayori's personality here. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away the rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Oh, Sayori? This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Well, don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. Talk about some free verse. I mean, kind of the nice thing about that was it was free verse, but at the same time, she still had the wordplay in there, actually keeping it to an actual rhyme scheme. Like, that's actually pretty good. But I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast, and then I had to run for school with the toast hanging out of my mouth like a typical anime protagonist girl. Even though you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Believe it. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Did we get to... Yep. Okay, so we do get to read to Natsuki's. Okay, cool. Well, this is about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. I just didn't evoke any emotion. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? Maybe. I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. The music change! The music change! Oh, man. Oh, jeez. Random fun fact, most Emily Dickinson poems have the same structure as the Pokemon theme. Oh, yeah! I remember hearing about that at one point, so that you can actually, like, sing the Emily Dickinson's poems to the beat. That'd be really freaking cool to do sometime, just like one of those, kind of like poetry readings or something like that. That reminds me of when you get shit-faced on Sea of Thieves and try to play music? Yeah. Which actually, there's, kind of a neat thing, Grim, if you have Amazon Prime, there is actually a Prime reward specifically for Sea of Thieves that you can get between now and I think like 2 weeks from now or something like that. It's like a wolf's head sails or something like that. Yeah, it looks really cool. Like it's almost enough to convince me to buy the game, but I don't know if I would actually play it, to be honest. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it. Yeah. I refuse to get back in the game till private lobbies are a thing. I can understand that. The downside is I don't know if they would actually put in private lobbies for games like that, because you can just kind of grind all of the game stuff and there's no chance at like the PvP element really poking in. And you know, I kind of feel like you need to have that chance of PvP constantly there. Improper cunts sinking your ship for no reason whatsoever. Yeah, those are trolls and pirates. Yar. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. I'm gonna give you keys to streamers who are basically partnered and just play Sea of Thieves. Yeah. Meh. Why are you convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. Sorry, I smacked the mic. My bad. My bad, guys. My bad. My bad. My bad. Yeah, it just seems to me like that'd be odd to have, like, private lobbies. But I can understand why. Like, I know that there's a few people that have, like they specifically stream the game going into, like, public lobbies and trying to, you know, sink other people's ships and try to steal their loot. Like, there's quite a few of them, actually, that I've been catching up to for, like, the last couple years. I've seen them. I'm just kind of blanking out right now, but let's continue this. Some people don't take my writing seriously. Oh, clicking the wrong things. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. You like the sailing, enjoying the journey? Yeah. Yeah, Valheim's sailing stuff is actually really fun. I have a lot of fun with it. So yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decide to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Cool. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for the mediocre writing abilities I have. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. Nice sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. Nerd! Why, yes I am. Thank you very much for noticing. By the way, Kate. I have fancies. I have shiny things. Little resin click-clacks. It smells like resin. Well, thank you for noticing the hair. It's actually one of my favorite wigs. If you're familiar with Ruby, I actually cosplayed as Roman Torchwick for a couple of conventions. Really fun time. I still have the top hat and everything downstairs, too. Actually, is the top hat up here? Nah, top hat's in the basement. But yes, meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. Smells like resin? Gee, I wonder why. I assume if it's anime related, I probably won't know. That's fair. I mean, it's not technically anime. It's more, machinima. It's Rooster Teeth. Dang it, I keep smacking the microphone because I have it too close to my face. Oh, let me just kind of mute this, and I'm going to blow off some dust here real quick. I gotta clean this mic stand a little bit. Just kind of like dust off this a little bit. You know of Ruby? That's what it's from. Oh, you know of Ruby. Okay. So yeah, I think you see her. I think you see him in like the first episode, maybe. Yeah, I think it's in the first episode where you meet Roman Torchwick. He's actually like one of my favorite characters. Specifically, he has like this whole monologue at the end of the second season that it encompasses the whole character arc for it. Spoiler, yeah, you meet this character in the very first episode. But I will say, probably my favorite parts of Ruby, just in general, were the original trailers that they did back, right at the end of, I think it was season 13 of Red... Huh? The end of season 13 of Red vs. Blue, that was when I believe when they released the... Was it 13 or 10? Maybe it was 10. When they released the trailers for... First trailer for Ruby and started announcing the show. The trailers were so good. I freaking loved the trailers. So I highly recommend, even if you're not interested in the series, I highly recommend checking out the trailers just because they are just so well done. Considering that they're also like probably almost 10 years old now. Something like that. 8 to 10 years. Oh, what's with this language? Hold on, what's it? Ruby was a really interesting series. I haven't really caught up to it. I think I'm still in season 6 and they just released season 8. And I think season 9 is coming out and there might be a 10th season in the works, but that might be the end of the series. I'm not sure. I'm still a little bit ways away and I have no idea what's actually happening with the plot. You just saw Akira a couple years ago. I'll be honest, I've only seen like a couple scenes out of Akira. I still need to sit and watch it. So, yeah, I kind of need to sit and watch that at some point. In fact, might be something worth doing on like a, not really on like a stream, but like maybe a Discord movie night or something. Just like, you know, getting a bunch of anime fans together who have never seen some like classic anime and just watching maybe a couple of them. Could do potentially Akira, maybe some old Miyazaki movies or something. Because like I've seen nearly all of the Miyazaki movies, but I think there's like 2 or 3 that I haven't seen. Like I haven't seen Porco Rosso. I know I haven't seen that, but I've seen all the stuff like Spirited Away, Totoro. There's quite a few of them that are just blanking in my head right now because I've got everything buzzing through right now. But that might actually be a fun thing to do. Seen all the big names, but not all the others. Howl's Moving Castle? I have not seen Howl's. I've not seen Howl's. I gotta watch that one. So yeah, maybe I'll start a poll or something like that. Yeah, I know it's really good. The animation looks amazing. I have no idea what the plot is, though. I couldn't tell you the names of any of the characters other than Howl and the little fire thing. I will definitely get on Howl's. That might be something that I'll... maybe I'll throw a poll up or something like that and just be like, I'm hosting a Discord movie night. And just let you guys pick the movie. And probably the suggestion for the poll is to pick the movie that you haven't seen that you want to see the most. And then go from there. But what's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? It's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. Most of the enemy I've seen is Cowboy Bebop and Ghost in the Shell. Good choices, good choices. Only enemies we've seen were Spirited Away and Grave of the Fireflies. Yep. Oh yeah, Grave of the Fireflies, that one weighs really heavy. That one weighs really heavy. There's another one that is like really heavy as well that kind of goes with the Grave of the Fireflies. I actually watched this one in college. It was called Barefoot Gen. It's really good. The animation is really nice, but it also kind of goes along with the whole Hiroshima and Nagasaki events. Nausicaa, the Valley of the Wind is good. Yeah, I really like Nausicaa. Actually had a group of us in a Japanese class actually go out of our way specifically to go rent the movie from the library and sit down and watch it in college, because none of us had ever seen it, even though we were all like really big anime fans. But yeah, I recommend Barefoot Gen. But again, just like this, don't watch it if you're not in a good mental state. Have you ever heard of Last Exile? I have not. Not familiar with that at all. So please let me know. See, yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Huh? You mean you have tried that hard to come up with something nice to say? A 0-bits update for Phasmo? What? Like it's an update for Phasmo that's like no data? Confused. Please elaborate, Grim. Like, do you have this update going, or does it state anything about the update? Because like when you boot it up, I think the last update that I had was 28.1, and I'm wondering if there's something that they mention on the Discord. I'm not sure. That is weird. Thanks, but it didn't really come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Starting to refresh instantly because there's nothing. Sayori liked it, and Dan did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some of my suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. Huh. And Dan liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Uh-huh. Oh, and then he's getting this bouncy track going. Ah, this is nice. Oh, and then that little background sounds. Ooh. Wait, what? 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 Oh, Kate, you're in for a treat. You just kind of blew everybody up. Everybody go boom. I like that. Thank you for subscribing, Kate. I really do appreciate that. Oh, and it looks like you're the only one that actually got knocked off the screen. But, I mean, it's all good. But seriously, that does mean a lot. Oh no, somebody got blown up. I don't remember who that was. But let's jump over a little bit. Like, I kind of want to get to, like, a good stopping point. It's going about 2 hours and nothing crazy has happened yet. That's not what You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Dan appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Dan started showing up. What? Natsuki? Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Jeez. Oh, shit's going down. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Dan, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she would get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. I'm supposed to be talking to my girlfriend, or just snap the screen like X fucking excuse me. Yep. Yeah, that happens. Help me explain that. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Dan? Dan makes the lady's boobs enlarge. Nice superpower. I'm happy to have that kind of power, but at the same time, I gotta be a little bit careful with it, because with great power comes great responsibility. Responsibility? Responsibility? I don't know. I was trying to come up with a pun, but I got nothing. Well, yeah. With great tatas come great back issues. Oh, how did I get dragged into this, though? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Oh. Oh, no. Help! I kind of want to pull out the Sayuri card and just be like, help, please. Help, Plox. Plox K, thanks. Both is good. Oh, but if I go for Sayuri, then I'll probably have a chance, like, to get closer with Sayuri, even though she's, you know, like friend, but I'll also probably ruin a little bit of the relationship that I could potentially be getting with Yuri. I don't really like Natsuki. Let's go, Yuri. Yeah, no, it's definitely not. Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri? Huh? You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, that's... But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it and becoming something rather personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped at this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her. Yeah. Sometimes when I'm hurt... Quit while you're ahead on sharing personal information on stream. Understandable, Grim. It helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sayuri doesn't need to... You know what? I'm gonna go do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem up from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Natsuki! Oh, she really didn't need to do that. Man, if you guys feel comfortable here, you know, you're more than welcome to chat about things. Just the only things that I don't really want, like, if things start getting too heavy or uncomfortable, just, you know, kind of pull it back a little bit. Gotta go back and read what y'all been talking about. I step away for a minute and there's polychat. Yeah, that kind of came up because I had to choose between Yuri and Natsuki, and it also gave me a third option to ask Sayuri to help by intervening, possibly, which might have been the more beneficial, balanced option, but that would also probably get me closer to Sayuri and a little bit closer, or a little bit further away from Yuri. But I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Everything all right? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No. Yuri. How could anyone have not gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, all right. I believe you. Thanks, Dan. You're too kind. I swear this game just, like, knows me too damn well. When it comes to relationships not being the one involved, rather than everyone's consent to discuss it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's understandable. That's why it's like, if you don't feel comfortable talking about a topic, yeah, feel free to either say so or, you know, you could even just message me separate. I can't necessarily guarantee that I'll notice it because I am really bad at paying attention to my phone during conversations, especially when I'm focused on stream, and I don't have anything else open at the moment, but I could probably have something open in the background, like Discord or something, in case anybody, like, that's probably a good idea, actually. Yeah, no puppy talk. But yeah, if something does become a little bit heavy and you don't feel comfortable with it and you want to make note of it, do feel free to send me a message on Discord, and I can try and navigate conversation away from topics like that. But also at the same time, conversations, I would like to keep it in more of a lighthearted feel. So yeah, you miss big boobs give back problems, and yay poly, pretty much. Clubbing in forever? Oh no. Okay, I'm just gonna continue with continue with the game. I think I would have part of this club now. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, I would never do anything so shameful, so... What thing did Natsuki say? Well, never mind that. I'm gonna go make some tea. Probably a good idea. But yeah, like the baby seals joke, that's old school, like I remember that like edgelord joke from like high school. Make enough for more than one person. Yeah. We can do that with the club sandwiches too. Okay, it's about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. Yeah, it was alright. Oh, mostly. Dan, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. That's awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better. I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, it'll mean that I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Yeah! Dan, you ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayuri beams at me. It surely has been a while since Sayuri and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. That's fair. Sayuri, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? Between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. Why is there a gore warning? Things happen. Storyline things. That's why it's like I wanted to be upfront with that. It's like I have a bit of inside information on, like, I know what's up with this game, but I don't know what triggers anything. But there's a gore warning specifically because there is scenes that happen here that are not great. Like, there's potential. How far along is it? I don't really know, to be honest. I don't really know where it happens at or what triggers it, but I do know that there's very bloody things that happen, and not everybody makes it out alive. It's probably the best way to put it. So I wanted to give a heads up. Looking forward to the gore? Okay, well, I'll see how long I can get to it. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them at all. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I could see why they'd make good friends with you. Dan, it's nice that I get to spend some time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. Yeah, if it doesn't happen tonight, there's definitely going to be some on Friday. Friday's definitely going to be a gory night. If it doesn't happen tonight. I think one of the love interests is going to love us and squeeze us to death till we explode like Elvira from Looney Tunes? Maybe? It's like the only... Like, I know of, like, 2. But I don't know, like, what triggers certain things. So I'm just kind of trying to go through it, and I wanted to give that warning as a heads up, just in case. Looks like Sayuri hasn't still caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayuri. A horror game tonight. Ooh, yep. How you doing tonight, Luna? Just have to see what the future holds. I pat Sayuri on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Yeah, have you ever played? This? What's up with my hair? I mean, I had to go full anime protagonist, you know? Gotta go full anime protagonist when you're playing with a game with a bunch of cute anime girls. Oh, I just got hair in my eye. Oh, that hurt. So the most okay. Yeah. Let's do this. Next day? Okay. Oh yeah, writing another poem. So if there's a word that pops out to you guys that you want to know, or that you specifically want to see in here, shout it out, because we got to choose 20 of these things to go through. Overnight, yeah, if I can manage to get it to grow out in certain spots, I'd be really happy. Yeah, if there's words that you want, call them out. I'm kind of leaning more towards like focusing on Yuri. Memories. Yeah. Since you tossed it in there, we'll go for it. I thought maybe if you were looking for a stopping point, this would be good, but it's up to me. Yeah, I mean, I've only been going for a little bit over 2 hours, and I think it said something like you can probably beat this game in 6 hours or so. So I'm probably going to continue for one more day in this. And we'll just go from there. Okay, but candy, time, special, bed, prayer, unrequited, meager, dance, portrait, and sunset. I swear you said... Yeah, I don't really know, like a stopping point would be... I don't know, maybe, like, I'll probably just keep going for, 3 hours, probably. Ooh. Okay, so I kind of want to focus on Yuri, if possible, so maybe Vivid might be a good one? Yeah, I hope your night's been going pretty well, Luna. Yeah. Things have been a little bit all over the place. I mean, you could even ask Grim, like, when we were hanging out, playing some Valheim over the weekend, I was just kind of in and out. You're a happy girl today? Ooh. Do you care to elaborate? Or do you want to just kind of leave us in a little bit of suspense and mystery with that cliffhanger? But I'm glad that you're doing well. Who do we want to go with here? Horror would probably be a good one for Yuri. So I think I'm probably going to go with horror on that. Yeah. Embrace, heartbeat, flying, puppy, anger, bunny, agonizing, determination, playground, and laugh. I'm kind of leaning more towards determination, specifically because, like, I know that Natsuki has determination, and it's just kind of like, His online name is Grimcake? Ooh. I kind of wonder what a Grim Cake would be like. Like, would it be just like a cake of, I don't know. I don't know what a Grim Cake would be like. Maybe like a coffin shape, or maybe skull shape or something. Or grim. Like being grim and all that stuff. I don't know. On VR chats? Nice. Like VR chat's always really kind of cool. Plague Doctor shaped mask. Ooh, that'd be kind of cool. Okay. So we got Secretive, Vanilla, Kitty, Kawaii, Cheeks, Starscape, Fun, Papa, Fantasy, and Sugar. If we go with Starscape, we'll definitely get more towards Yuri, I believe. So, like, I'm kind of wondering what it would be like to just, like, go, like, as hard as we can, like, just, like, full lean into Yuri. That might be kind of fun. So let me just pop this in here, just taking a quick peek at some things up here. Because I can't really see a whole lot, unfortunately. A lot of my vision's a little bit, well, more than a little bit blocked. Because I can only see about half of what's going on here. Gave another idea? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Luna does a lot of, like, really cool, like, baking stuff. Like, I would really like to see more, I'd like to see more of, like, your culinary crafting stuff. Yeah, I know, right? This is... I don't understand the appeal of this. Like, it looks cool, but, like, it is so weird to try and keep off the face. It's like, if I do it like this, then I feel like a Karen. But if I do it like this, then it gets a little bit too in the face. So I gotta keep it just a bit off to the side. Yeah, let's do Starscape just to get more Yuri going here. Alone, pink, effulgent barrel. Isn't that a term for something that I'm just completely blanking on? Effulgent. Got the man some butterfly lips. Contamination. Childhood. I kind of want to go with childhood on this one. Yeah. Twirl, peace, uncontrollable, disoriented, unstable, ambient, rainbow, extreme, smile, and friends. I'm leaning more towards disoriented. Like, disoriented sounds kind of nice on this one. Like, out of all of those. Extreme? Yeah, maybe. Like, extreme does sound kind of fun, and I'm curious to see where extreme goes. It's like I'm leaning more towards disoriented, but let's see. Hey! Extreme got us to more Yuri. Dark, hope, kiss, nibble, raindrops, landscape, defeat, flee, play, and pure. I think if we go with dark will probably get us more points with Yuri. So I'm kind of leaning more towards that. Yeah, I think I might have to go with dark. Dark got me Sayuri? Oh. Okay, party, lipstick, infallible, infinite, whisper, dream, disarray, sticky, chocolate, and passion. Get this hair out of my eyes. Butterfly clips. Oh, yeah, no. Big nope. What do we got on this one? Maybe infinite? Infinite got us more Yuri. Nice. Lazy, Rose, Lollipop, Entropy, Lucky. Makes me feel like it's prom back in the 90s. Oh, yeah. Yeah, oof. Uncanny. I like uncanny. Like, really focused on uncanny. Swimsuit, shiny, loud, shopping, anime. Vivacious, family, scars, what? Honk. I like the honks. They're fun. Shiny? Shiny? Probably, like, if doing shiny will probably get us points with Sayuri. Like, that's what I'm thinking. Which I'm not opposed to. Natsuki points. Ooh. Let's see. Out of these, I like Crimson. Crimson is one of my favorite words. It's also one of my favorite colors, too. Like, Crimson is, like, right up near the top for, like, my most favorite color. So I'm gonna have to go with Crimson. Like, I have to go with Crimson. Crimson is a great word and color. Yeah, I agree. Let's see. Fluffy, wonderful, forgive, rain cloud, pain, warm, depression, intellectual sparkle, and doki doki. I almost feel like it's almost obligatory that we go with a doki doki. Just because it's in the name of the game. I almost feel like we have to. So let's go with the doki doki. Doki doki gets us Natsuki points. Interesting. Melody, anxiety, treasure, headphones, skirt, imagination, cute, sadness, lust, and cage. Oh, I'm caught between lust and anxiety. If that doesn't sound weird, then you're not keeping up with the craziness that is this game. Yep. Caught somewhere between anxiety and lust. I don't know, let's go with lust. They probably both would have given us those. Given all them not Yuri points. Feel called out. Ooh. Blanket. I'm caught between lust and anxiety. Did it not? There we go. Okay. There we go. So I was going to say, is it not going to add it? Ooh. Poof, amazing, blanket, death, bubbles, despise, broken, whirlwind, fireworks, and essence. And these are a little bit trickier to choose between. Yeah, it's like I'm leaning more towards essence, but I also like blanket. Like blanket just has that comfortable feeling to it. And it's probably going to give us Sayuri points. So I'm not opposed to either. But let's go with essence. Let's see what's up. Yeah, more Yuri points. Hopeless, dazzle, misery, clumsy, bouncy, after image, extraordinary, charm, journey, and fear. I kind of want to go with clumsy just to see which one it's going to give. If it's going to give Sayuri or Natsuki. So I think that's where I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go clumsy. It was Sayuri. Heaven sent, explode, excitement, calm, universe, precious, frightening, aura, skipping, and pleasure. I mean, we went with lust, so should we go with pleasure as well? Like, that almost feels like it would just kind of work well with it. But I don't know. Also, my head's starting to itch. If you're painting a picture, I mean, yeah, we've gotten lust, we've gotten, well, if we go with pleasure, then we'll have the blankets, and I think there was an option before for a bed, but I don't think I took it. But yeah, I kind of want to go with pleasure. Okay, hop, email, beauty, judgment, insight, wrath, Adventure, Flower, Melancholy, and Parfait. I mean, the D&D nerd in me wants to say Insight. But I also really like a Parfait. And as an anime fan, I like the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. The Shrek nerd wants you to say Parfait. I can understand that. I just like the way that Parfait sounds. Plus, we've also got Grim in chat. Onions have layers. Oh, man. Like, especially if we're talking Parfait, I was also going to say we got Grim in chat. Parfait sacre bleu. Mon Dieu. Je ne sais pas faire. Too far? Pourquoi? Marriage brings us together. I almost feel like I have to go with marriage. Marriage is what brings us together today. Marriage. Alright, you're gonna have to translate for me, Grim. Marriage gave Sayuri? Ooh. This could be interesting. Personne ne dit pas sacre bleu. I mean, odds are they probably don't, but then again, at the same time, you also have some phrases. Like I don't really know anybody that says "yeehaw" outside of like trying to be a cowboy stereotype. Let's see, another day passes and it's time for a club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Dan. Yo, Sayuri. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to seeing you in the club, that's all. Don't know any Brits that say blimey? Eh. I mean, I know at least one that says allons-y. I see. You have a very dispassionate voice when something mildly exciting happens. Well, yeah. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Nerve! How you doing tonight, man? And I know you're going to comment on it because everybody has so far, but yes, I did. I grew out my hair since the last time that you saw me on stream. Just kind of rocking the color a little bit tonight. Why is that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayuri nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill into the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the clubroom. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you planned to conveniently forget that you spent all of your money so that I would lend you some. Oh, Nerve, in order to do mass hug, and I'm not sure if you have the capability to do it. Maybe? I don't know. You still have to have a target for the mass hug. Because I think the hug and, well, you could try, like, mass jump, maybe? I gotta scratch these itches. My ears are so itchy because of the little bits of hair that keep getting in them. Does mass jump work? Ah. Everybody hug Nerve. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so, that only leaves one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. I was just something in my book. Yuri! Tell Dan to let me borrow some money. That's... Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can reasonably afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Did I just... I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution. Viva. Retribution. Yeah, that. How far down are we in the rabbit hole? We're just past the second poem. Have you ever played this game, Nerve? Because I have not. I only know of like a couple of possible events that might happen, but I don't know when anything would happen. That's why I made sure to put the warning on. Have not heard about it, though? Well, hopefully we'll find a point where we get something really stupid and crazy happening. Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess it's a little devil inside of us all, isn't there? Only played through the first poem? Gotcha. Which, by the way, if you do want to forego seeing any more stuff, I totally understand that. But if you want to see more and see how I react to it, always happy to stick around. Always happy to have people stick around. Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. You're staying? Gotcha. You don't mind spoilers? Yeah, I mean, it all depends on what route you go, because I think there's actually like 4 different routes. You wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. What? Kya? Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow! What was... A cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki! That's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. No. Sayori suddenly clasped her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah? Why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. I don't know how easily it's coming through, but it sounds like I bit my own tongue a little bit there. Like I'm trying not to bite down on it. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off her. Ow. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mouth full, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori... Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Where is Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Huh? You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. I don't know. I mean, everybody's got their own taste. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly, the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Grances. I always say glances. I don't know why. I gotta get a little bit more articulated with the L's. The gl. Doesn't really want to come through clearly. But never mind. What helped you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. But that makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring, at least. I must not have heard it, since I was practicing piano. Piano? Hydrate. I hydrate for that. Yep, that did help with the glug. The piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I just kind of started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Dan. Why me? Why me in particular? They're all your friends. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. What closet? Hey, Yuri! I suddenly noticed that Yuri is reading a different book from the one we were reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. No. I was kind of just waiting for you. If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thank you very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow her and watch her as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, kind of with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a sec? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm gonna plug this in at the teacher's desk and then we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Sure, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? We're just... Yuri was gonna make some tea, so... I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We were just filling the water pitcher. Ah, okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. It's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? That's... Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Dan in club activities? My mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that? Then let's go, Dan. Yuri quickly exits the room, and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri? Something about the way she said that made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Dan, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions and we can't always hide them. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light shower into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Battle Royale! Yes, you must fight for the points in order to win. Wait, you must fight to win the points. Something like that. Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Dan, I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you, too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Also, this is a really close battle here. Ooh. Ooh, it's gonna be, looks like between Bunny and Ember. Ooh. Dan, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Celsius or Fahrenheit? I need to know. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I wouldn't do anything less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything? In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. Ooh. Looks like Bunny's got another one. That's 2 in a row today, Bunny. I'm gonna have to start keeping track. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. Also, holy crap, there's so many people in this thing right now. It's the pattern. I don't win for weeks and then win like 3 in one night. Yep. And I figure we'll probably get another one in before the end of the night. Let's see, it's almost 10 o'clock here. I figure I'll probably go for another hour. Maybe a little bit shorter, depending on where the cutscenes end up and everything. But, we'll definitely get one more Battle Royale in tonight. That turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around, anyway. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much, okay? You're always worrying about me, Dan. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watched Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Dan, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Going full Japanese on this, huh? That's cool. Why's that? It's a little easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Ah, I'm sorry. I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, but I do my best to manage it. I mean, I could probably figure out why. Am I doing anybody ready to tuck it out? It's understandable, bunny. Yeah, if you gotta go and you gotta get yourself some sleep, feel free to get some sleep. I will let you know if anything like crazy happens before the end of the stream, just in case you wanted to watch it back and see the craziness unfold. But yeah. Slowly getting to that point where I'm getting a little bit tired, but I'm not there yet, so I'm gonna try and continue just a little bit longer. Maybe get through this next section. But I can understand why Yuri would have back pain. He's got quite a load to carry. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because of my... It's because of your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading? Yes, that's exactly it. I have terrible reading posture. So that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. Honestly, dude, this guy is sounding like a lot like me. I am that freaking oblivious to things. So it's like, it feels like it's me. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieved the book from my bag. Ah, I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading posture as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? How am I supposed to focus on blood flow? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my cup. Holding it with my hand, it's not holding the book. I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus, because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. Well, you can have as much as you want. That's okay. I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then I might get smudges on the pages. Ah, that makes sense. I didn't even think about that. My mistake. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. As a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it in my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. She's so freaking adorable. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Dan? Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do, right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but... Yeah. That's all it was. Yeah. Then you don't need to stop or anything. I see. Yeah, that was perfect, Grim. Please clip that, you guys. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell just by her expression that even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. I actually had to focus on emphasizing that phrase. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Okay, everyone. Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Dan, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Of course. Okay, thanks. Cool. What kind of context is that? The spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Okay. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will forget about for a long time. I completely missed it. Who should I show it to first? Okay, guys. 1 through 4. 1 through 4. Who should I show it to? I mean, we did just spend a ton of time with Yuri. Do we want to go directly back to Yuri, or do we want to kind of go around to the others and see what's up? 5? God damn it, Grim. I don't know if I want to go directly to Yuri. Beautiful clip. I gotta see this. I gotta see this clip now really quickly here. There we go. I just gotta watch this clip real quick. I'm gonna... Dan. Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. That's... well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do, right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but... From what just happened. That was good. That was good. That was really good. I don't know. Let's go to Natsuki first. Let's see what happens with Natsuki. I just want to see what's up with Natsuki. You off for the night, bunny? Alright. You take care of yourself and you get some good sleep. I will definitely send you a message if something crazy happens. Well, this is not really any worse than your last one. Yep, yep. You sleep well, bunny? Take care of yourself. It's not really worse than your last one, but I can't really say it's any better either. Huh? You? What? Well, if anything... Well, anything that isn't a train wreck, I'll take as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. Hey, what makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment? I'm glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing, and maybe you'll be as good as me someday. That's, something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. Huh? You think so? Yeah, well, I guess if you've been friends with her for a long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so... fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. That was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way. If it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go a balloon. You could say we take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But, like the spiders, that's why I'm not friends with her. Wait, but she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Was that a poem? I can't even really tell. I don't... Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think it was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies, and it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about how everyone thinks That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure, something that you're afraid if people will find out, they'd make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes, as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. I'm weird things. You guys like me, right? Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. I'm not sure, and I'm sure a lot of other people can as well. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow, too, so look forward to it. Okay, let's go to Yuri. We'll save Sayuri for last. I'm glad that you guys enjoy hanging out here. That just makes it fun for me. It just makes it so much more fun when I'm making it fun for everybody else and just making it, like, it's a feedback loop. You guys have fun, so because I'm having fun, because you guys are having fun, because I'm having fun, and so on and so forth. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it, Dan? This one might even be better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine. Take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. It's the fun that never ends. Yes, it goes on and on, my friends. Some people started streaming it, not knowing what it was. Yuri nods. Really, I don't believe it. I only really write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. Ah, yes, much more sophisticated sounding music. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught... Wait, I can't read it. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. It was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my angry curiosity. The raccoon, my urge. I swear I just heard a breath in the game. That's creepy. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread. Fuck. I slice the bread fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. Interesting. There's a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. That's why we don't feed trash pandas. That's fair. Yes, fair. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Huh, that's funny. Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest? Huh? She did? Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common. That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that it's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry. I have no reason to. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening. There really aren't many people like you, Dan. That's exaggerating a little bit. It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing, but now it almost feels like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling. And you're the one to thank for that. Oh, it's nothing, really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For a moment, her timidness begins to disappear. Okay, alright, we'll go to Monica next. And then we'll leave Sayuri for last. Hi again, Dan. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy with your applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for me today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright, this one's good. Feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? I guess so? You can't deny that she's talented. Oh yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I notice that too. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like the light turns on inside of her. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers? I hope you don't mean that in a bad way, though. No, of course not. I just meant that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. But still, defending her like that, you must be pretty into her. What? You completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. Wait, really? Yeah, a fictional one anyway. Monica kind of whispers that last part to me. It's just a hunch, but, well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Oh, well, I know. I was just saying. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Dang hair in the ears. Alright, let's take a look. This one's got a really nice change of tone for the music, but I'm actually terrified at what this is going to be. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me? What? Why? What? Save me? Load me? What? It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. Sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just kind of a thing I've never really seen before, I guess. It's kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Just choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of a poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. Still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversational one with a reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. I don't know what that's going to result in. And I'm scared about it. Oh, I like this one, Dan. It has some nice feeling in it. Oh, I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's? Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both. That's not very helpful, you know. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad, but that's why I just go by the heart. It makes me feel things when it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of the whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? Oh, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Huh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems? Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet! Like chocolate. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most. Sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug and make a nice happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Dan. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. But there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies, digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally all done, I open up and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend. Each and every bottle, but every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something, but all I hear is echo, 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 inside my head. Cancel. I forgot that she listens. And that's her keyword. Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I could see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is it came out good, so you should be really proud of it. Oh, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah! Writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. That's not setting any flags whatsoever. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned for today, so if anyone can come to the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. It'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with the last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We don't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't really tell us we're actually going to be doing for the event. Oh, sorry. I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica? Yeah, we're going to have the best poetry performance ever. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting these posters up, did you? Oh, well, I did. Do you really think that's a bad idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys. No, Sayori, I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So, I'm sorry. What? I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of the club. If we start the event and each put in a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better you'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others to inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know I do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we could do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. All right. Whew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh, you'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry, I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to a specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of my poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to provide emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. This is something she's done before, or is it simply natural talent? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has this intense expression on her face that I don't understand. And finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. What? Yuri's fired up all of a sudden? Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri, says Sayori. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. And suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality. Oh, there goes gravity. And glances around her as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save this situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. It looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayuri hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the poem. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori? It's a lot harder than I thought. How do you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow, it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it. Good job, Sayori. Even Dan liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem really fits you really nicely. But it might be that the other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. That's fair. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work at all. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. Then next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time left before the festival, you know? Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Dan. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Dan lower everyone's standards a little bit before I have to do it. Natsuki. It's fine. Might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection to what to read. It's just, I'll go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. This poem is called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, this poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style and works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Well... Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for the other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be better the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case... I have to go to bed, see you soon. Alright, yeah. You take care of yourself, Nerve. Sorry we couldn't get to any of the blood and gore and any of this stuff tonight, but we'll definitely get some to Friday. We'll definitely be wrapping this all up Friday evening. Nerver. That'd be a heck of a nickname, Nerver. Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about at the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez, I gotta take a drink. Scruffy Nerf herder. You know there's actually a band called Nerf Herder? They do a lot of, like, really weird, nerdy songs. I forget who it's actually led by. I think it's... Is it Perry Grip? That's the lead singer of Nerf Herder? I'm not sure. Well, yeah, I know it's you know, it's what Leia says to Han at, what was it, in the middle of episode 2 or something like that? You know, get your hands off me, you scruffy-looking Nerf herder. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. Well, that's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. That makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Oh, this is good. I dig this. But okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. I can do this. Yosh! I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll find my best to get through with it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Are you ready to go, Sayori? Yep! Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, you guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Dan. You don't have to say it. Whatever. Let's go already. There's a great movie about fanboys called Fanboys, about Star Wars fans plotting to steal a copy. Oh, I think I've seen that one. I think I have seen it. Like that's going way back a little bit. I'm gonna have to look for that again, because that was a fun movie. But I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. We could stop in Riverside, Iowa, to harass Trekkies. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Oh, sorry, I was spacing out. Ah, no wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... I mean, Sayori fumbles with her words. So let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Oh, man. Oh, I could say that I would walk home with Yuri, but I also want to kind of keep the relationship with Sayuri going. I think I'm going to have to say Sayuri, just because it's kind of the friendship thing. It's like I really want to keep that going. I'm going to go with Sayuri. Yeah, let's go with Sayuri. Scratching itch. Sayori, you really think I would ditch you for Yuri? Huh? But she's so beautiful and smart. Jeez. I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're so silly, Dan. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted it, but so... Sayori, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure out sometimes. Sorry. Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never gonna happen? And the conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care so much about, but I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival's only a few days away. Who knows what'll happen in that time? I don't like the flags it's giving. Alright. I think this will be our save point. I'm just going to pop a save here. So. I figure that's a pretty good point to call it a night on this. So what do you guys think of the wig? Actually, I actually kind of dig this style on me. There's no way I'd be able to pull off this style IRL, but you know, for streaming and stuff like that, it's kind of fun. And the wig is also itchy as hell. I forgot how itchy these things can be. Oh man, I'm just gonna pull this down a little bit more. Yeah, this game is actually really fun. Like, it's actually a little bit more fun than like to go through and read all of the different dialogue bits and everything and the different voices, or at least try to. So I'm trying my best to do the different voices, but it's a little bit tough after, you know, like 3 or 4 hours of constantly doing that, and I'm trying to keep myself hydrated, which is really weird for me. I'm not much of a water drinker. So this is kind of tough to keep myself hydrated. And I just splashed myself in the face. But so I promised you guys that we would do one more battle royale before the end of the night. So we're gonna do one last battle royale. Get my second vaccine tomorrow, so you're hydrating like crazy today. That's actually a really good idea. I get mine next Friday. You beat me to it, Grim. Oh yeah, one last battle royale for an extra 100 tasks. Oh man, but let me ask you guys, what do you guys think of all this? You think this was kind of an interesting stream? Like, you know, having me doing all these different voices and everything. It's like I was having a bit of fun with it, but also at the same time, it's a little bit wearing on the throat. So I could probably only do a few of these. And it's also a good thing that I stream, you know, like Mondays and Fridays. So it kind of helps it a little bit. Also, ooh, Ryan, looks like you might win this one. Maybe? I don't know. Oh, wow. Kate's gone. I think it's going to come down to... Yeah, it's down to Tony and Ryan. Oh, Ryan's definitely got this one. Dude, you smoked that one. That was nice. So, big congratulations right over here to Ryan. You got yourself an extra 100 tasks. But yeah, I actually kind of enjoyed this little change of pace stuff. I don't know how many of these I'd be able to do, but you know, short little things like this can be kind of fun. I will also say that probably after this week, I still got to put it up on. I still got to put it up on the schedule for stuff. I'm actually kind of bummed out that this one side of my mustache is just not as thick as the other. Sorry, zoning out there. Honk. So starting next week, it's going to be into the month of May. I don't know if I want to just jump right in and do Portal, because like I think I might jump in and do Portal on Monday. And because Portal, it'll take me one stream to get through it, like the whole story again. It took me like, I think I have like 4 hours of playtime in Portal 1. Then probably after that, I might jump over to starting to work on Half-Life. And then, depending on how long that takes me, I might jump to Half-Life 2, and might extend, you know, the whole Valve thing, Half-Life, Half-Life 2, Portal 2, Portal 1, all that might go into June. Or who knows, I might do a weekend stream here and there just to get through, like, maybe a shorter game, like, maybe one of the episodes of Half-Life or something. Who knows? But I'll definitely be keeping you guys all abreast of what's going on. Also, it's kind of weird with this position. It almost looks like this is all just cloth as opposed to hair. Valve games? That's a lot of trilogies? Unfortunately, yeah, I was going to say, Valve can't count to 3. What you talking about? An orange Kurt Cobain? I could dig it. But hey, with the lights out, it's less dangerous. Ooh. I got a fun idea. Let's try this. Echo. Make Dan's room purple. Oh, that's neat. That is neat. Or maybe Echo. Make Dan's room blue. The blue doesn't work as well. But it still gives kind of like that neat little color there at the end. But I think that's... No, that's actually the light. That's not this thing that's doing that. Or it might be the laptop screen. I'm not sure which. But that's kind of neat. Yeah, giving that little bit of a red sheen there. Echo. Make Dan's room red. And see there, it just kind of blends right in. But I kind of dig this style. Like, I dig this wig. I don't think I would be able to wear it all the time because it's really messing with my vision, having one eye completely covered like that. Echo. Make Danny's room daylight. Oh. That'd be kind of interesting. I wonder what those actually look like. But once again, I just want to say thank you for everybody that came by, for everybody that popped by earlier. I saw the numbers go up so high. I'm not used to having more than 10 people in stream that often anymore. So it was really nice seeing everybody that came by, and I hope that you had a really great time watching this, and I really hope that we'll be able to wrap up with more crazy, stupid anime craziness, zaniness on Friday. We'll probably, hopefully, get to more of like the kind of like gory stuff. Will probably start happening on Friday. I don't want to go in and start like punching things in and try and get try to get the poem done beforehand, but I'll definitely be starting it off right about 7 o'clock again, and we're just going to go until we finish it, and we probably will finish it on Friday, because I think it's only like about 6 or 7 hours, so we might have like 3 maybe hours left to do on Friday, but who knows. We'll kind of just go right until we get to one ending and see how long that took, and maybe figure out some more stuff. I don't know. But there's a lot of death flags that are going on. But again, thank you for coming by. I hope you had as much fun watching as I did playing, and I'm also really kind of killing my voice on all doing all this, but I'm having an absolute blast with this. But Friday, we're going to try and finish all this up, 7 p.m. Eastern. We're going to try and finish all this up again, like I said, and then starting next week, we're probably going to jump right into Portal and just knock out Portal in a single day, and then go into a little bit more crazy stuff. Yeah, you take care of yourself, Kate. I will definitely catch you Wednesday. And also, I might have to hit you up and talk to you about some stuff that Daryl and I were kind of like chatting about earlier today. But until then, I really do wish you all guys all a great night, and we'll, just for the fun of it, I'm gonna pull out one rune and see what's up with Like, what's our reading for tonight? Oh, right off the bat, we get Gebo. Gift. Gebo represent Gebo. I don't know the pronunciations, unfortunately, but stands for the gift. Yeah, so it'd be Gebo. Yeah, it's telling me G as in gift, so Gebo or Gibo represents the honor and connection that is created between people when they exchange gifts. So this actually works out pretty well for tonight. You know, my the honor created between us. It is my honor to actually be entertaining you guys and making sure that you're all having a fun time. And my gift to you is the amount of energy that I put into all of this entertainment that I try to put out. I definitely have some fun with it myself, but I'm always happy to try and entertain people that stop by. So, you guys take care of yourselves. Get yourself a good night's rest. Don't forget to drink some water. Stay hydrated. You guys are all awesome. I'll catch you next time. I'm going to go pass out. Take care.